What's going on, guys? Just a quick video just talking about the monk changes in patch 5.2. Now, as you know, before 5.2, so as of when I'm recording this video, the day before the patch is released, monks have been they haven't been very useful. Like their uses in PvP haven't been amazing, and I think in 5.2 you are going to see monks having a lot more importance in arena, and as I do play a monk, I am looking forward to it. So let me just get into the changes. Now, the first change is a new level 60 talent called Ring of Peace, and basically Ring of Peace forms an 8-yard thing. I'm not sure what to call it. 8-yard sanctuary, it says here, around a friendly target for 8 seconds, which stops enemies in PvP, even in PvP, from being able to attack that friendly target. So you can use it on yourself, and anyone around in 8 yards cannot attack you, which is great. They're basically disarmed, and if it's a spellcaster, there'll be silence, and that's on a 45-second cooldown. So basically every 45 seconds you could put something on you, which means no one around you, obviously you have to stay in the area, but no one around you takes any no one around you can attack you, which is amazing. And then there's another ability for Windwalker monks, which basically removes all stun, fear and root effects, and reduces the effects of those by 60% for 6 seconds. So it's like a trinket, and it's on a 2-minute cooldown, which is quite good. Now here's the next talent. So the next change, which does seem, in my opinion, I think it seems good. Chi Wave now does 100% more damage, which I'm not really bothered about because the damage wasn't good anyway, and 14% less healing, which is a bit of a downside, but it no longer costs chi, but its cooldown has been increased from 8 seconds, I think, to 15 seconds. And the reason I like this is because it no longer costs chi. I know it sounds stupid, but I find it a pain when I'm in the middle of my rotation. I look at the amount of health I have and I'm like, I need to heal myself, and like I haven't got enough chi, and it's like boom, I'm dead. So the fact that it no longer costs chi, I think, is really good. Zen Sphere, which is the similar sort of ability, you have a choice between Chi Wave, Zen Sphere and Chi Burst, and they've all had changes. Zen Sphere now has a limit of 2, which I don't know what means. It detonates when either the recipient reaches 35% health or the Zen Sphere is disabled. Zen Sphere no longer costs chi and has a 10-second cooldown. Its periodic damage has been increased by 22%, but its healing has been reduced by 61%, and its detonation healing has been reduced by 62%, which means Zen Sphere really has hit it hard with the healing. And I think those 3 abilities in the talents overall, in my opinion, I use them all for healing. And then Chi Burst now does 69% more healing, no longer costs chi, which sounds amazing, but it has a 30-second cooldown. So in my opinion, I'm going to choose between Chi Wave and Chi Burst, and which one I want, probably go with Chi Wave though. There's some more changes which no one really gives a crap about, because no one used them, such as Path of Blossoms has been removed. Deadly Reach has been removed, which is a talent which made your paralysis work at 20 yards range, but now that's just standard. Like, it's not a talent. Paralysis now always works at 29%, at 20 yards, which is really good. Yeah, it's now a physical effect as well, which means it can't be dispelled, grounded or reflected, and its base range has been increased to 20 yards. And obviously behind target, but if you do paralysis on the target behind, then It's double the duration. Tiger's Lust and Touch of Karma no longer have a chi cost, which I think is really good, because that means I can just, since I've got the glyph of Touch of Karma, that means at 20 yards range, say I'm taking lots of damage, I can pop Karma with no chi cost, which is amazing. Chi Torpedo now deals 15% more damage, which is okay. It actually deals a fair amount of damage. I've crit in PvP for about 40k with it, which is quite good. And that's really it for Windwalker changes. For Mistweaver changes, Jab now costs 8% base mana, not 4%. The Glyph version of Uplift now costs 16% of base mana, even though it was 6.6%, which is quite bad. Life Cocoon can no longer be dispelled, which is really good. Soothing Mist now generates chi more consistently, which is good, because I always think that Soothing Mist doesn't generate enough chi. I find as a Mistweaver, you run out of chi very quickly. Jade Serpent statue no longer costs mana, that's quite good. Healing Spheres will now heal for 50% of their original value if they expire without being picked up. That will factor in mastery, and I don't know what that means, but I think it means that mastery has changed somehow. Eminence now heals for 25% of the damage done when it was 50. Serpent's Zeal heals for 12.5% per stack of damage done, it was 25%. Teaching of the Monastery now provides additional benefits. Tiger's Palm damage increased by 100%, which is good. Crackling Jade Lightning damage increased by 100%, which is good. Blackout Kick now hits 4 additional nearby targets for 50%, which sounds really good, even though it's for Mistweaver Monks. And Muscle Memory is now a new passive ability for Mistweaver Monks, which makes successful jabs and spinning crane kicks, which damage at least 3 enemies, cause Muscle Memory. And this causes the next Tiger's Palm or Blackout Kick to deal 150% more mana and restore 150% more damage and restore 4% mana, which is really good. And now there's a new Windwalker ability, and it's called Storm, Earth and Fire, and this allows the Windwalker monk to summon up to 2 elemental duplicates that mirror damaging abilities that the monk uses. So basically you put one of these elementals down, you can have up to 2 in it, and it copies exactly what the monk does, and basically for each of them summoned, the monk's damage is reduced. One spirit causes the monk and the spirit to deal 6% of the monk's normal damage, while 2 will cause the monk and both spirits to deal 45% of the monk's normal damage. Each spirit lasts until the ability is cancelled. So I'm not sure if that's going to be good, to be honest. And now the new mastery ability is called Bottle Fury, and that increases the damage bonus provided by Tiger Eye Brew by 0.2% per mastery per stack, which I think's a buff, because the old mastery is now a passive ability and it has a 12% chance, which isn't as high, but it's still good. And that is basically it in terms of monk changes. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, because there's going to be plenty more monk videos coming out soon. So peace out, guys.